Hi everyone, happy Friday. Just getting myself up on the iPad here so I can see what's going on. Hi Carrie Ann. Hi Sylvia. How's it all going? Have we had a good week? Hi Deb. Sue, everyone's on tonight. It's lovely. Well, I've had the world's biggest week. So I'm a little bit excited that it's Friday. But yay. Next week's a new week. I start a new job next week. So that'll be exciting. Something else to look forward to. What else has been happening with you guys? Oh, hi Mac. How are you? I don't think we won the Ashes like you said we were going to. What happened? Hi Glenda. So I've been a busy little beaver this week. I have made this many cards. Look at that. Going to London Monday. Sylvia, that sounds very exciting. How long are you in London for? He's a bit depressed. I would say he would be, Deb, because he was pretty confident that we were going to win those Ashes and then they just fell apart. Bunnings ran out of sandpaper. As if Bunnings could run out of sandpaper. Holy a month, Sylvia. I'm very jealous. So I've been love it chopping. Or let's turn them around so that you can see the right way. There we go. Love it chopping. So because a couple of weeks ago I asked you all for suggestions for washi tape. So there was washi tape that came with this set. What's the new job? I'm going to be a case manager, still with Westpac, Deb. So it's only secondment, and I've stuck washi tape on the inside of all the cards. So out of the leftover DSP that I had, I chopped it up. I used the glimmer paper that came with that suite as well. I used all these glitter enamel dots, the retired ones that I was looking to use last week. And I've used them all up. I got 60 cards. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Roz. How are you? How are you faring with the hurricane thing that's going on? So I have been a busy little beaver putting all these together. So what I did, I chopped up all the paper, chopped up all the cardstock, and then I punched out or die cut all these, and then I die cut these and these, and then I went and stamped, and then once they were stamped then I put them all together. So it was a bit of a production line, but I got 60 with my leftover DSP that I had. So I store all of these mostly prepared. I couldn't imagine, we had a bit of wind today and my hair's going everywhere. I can't imagine what it's going to be like going through a hurricane. So I have these little baskets from Kmart. I think they're the $4 ones. And just if anyone's interested, they fit 100 cards in them, pretty much. So I've got my next stash, so these are half done. That's some more washi tape being used. But I want to use this retired stamp set. So they're to make that cards. Because once I've made the cards, then I may get rid of the retired stamp set, but I'm definitely not getting rid of this one. But I wanted to use all the paper and everything with it. We've gone through quite a few times in the past 35 years. Oh, it would be horrendous. Thanks guys for liking my cards. So I'm just going to shove them back all in this box. And seriously, it only really took me, it did take me a couple of days, but if I sat there and did it in one sitting, I reckon it'd only take me a good 4 or 5 hours. But I just can't usually sit that long with a 4-year-old. So I usually only get a couple of hours at a time. Hi, Mum. Gosh, I'm a machine. I have been very busy this week, Sylvia. I'm not usually this efficient. And see, look, they all fit in there with, that's still got the, whoops, these cards here. I'm still trying to get used to this camera. These are the ones left that I've still got to make. And they should all fit in there nicely, and that'll be 100 cards. And neighbourhood comes together and helps each other. Oh, see, that's so nice. So I thought I'd show you those. Just pop them back on the floor. And I might flip you around because we had a team day this last weekend. I'll just flip the camera around while I'm talking. And, well, I really need to buy myself a new camera stand. This one's starting to annoy me a lot. Are we the right way up? Good. Okay. So we had a team create day with my greater team. So my upline and all my team, and then all the people that are in my team as well. Hi, Chrissy. So we had a bit of a team create day, and we were showcasing stuff from the new catalogue. So this goes live next week, very exciting, and then we can show you the inside of the catalogue. But I can show you some stuff that we made from the team create day using some new product. So that's pretty cool. I think I need to get my project out though, because I forgot to have this. So at the Team Create Day, my upline asks somebody, a couple of people in our team, or asks anybody in our team to create a project and demonstrate it to everybody. So I volunteered, and this is the project that I made. So it's one of the cards we made in a Facebook Live a few weeks ago when I got my kit for the new stuff. So that was the project that I created. And then this is the project that Laura D created, and this is a take on a card that is actually in the catalogue. So it's a bit of a case from the catalogue, and there was supposed to be some little snowflakes on the inside as well, but these are a little bit difficult to punch out or to die cut, so I think you need some like die cutting paper or something, because it was getting very late into the evening and I was a little bit over cutting snowflakes. So I didn't decorate the inside with any snowflakes. But this is shimmer white, and I don't know whether you can see, we used the Seaside Spray re-inker on a block. So we just put some stuff on a block and then an aqua painter and watercoloured the background. But you can see a bit of purple that's come out of it, which is, it's giving it a really nice effect. But Laura was saying her sample card that she made, she only got blue, but the night that we did this, we were all getting a bit of purple in it. I haven't got the re-inkers, so I can't test it. They're on my next order, but thought that was pretty cool. Now this card was by Deb. Deb's watching. So, and look, it's got a little bobblehead. This is super cute. I love the cows. And Deb gave me some more tips on ink blending. I think where I've been going wrong with using the glycerine is I've been using too much. So you only need like a little bit. So I need to get rid of my Nurofen dropper and get something that's going to like drop a pin heads out, because I'm obviously using too much, because you can stamp on after using glycerin if you only use a little bit. So that's super cute. And then there was another project by Laura S, but I never got round to making that. So it was a little box and some ornaments with the a brightly gleaming suite. So I never got round to making that. But we also participated in some swaps. So this is, my swap was the ornament, which I'm sure you've all seen because my post is going global on Pinterest. I'm getting all these email notifications that my pin is getting pinned all the time, which was my little ornament decoration that I did last week. And I did the time-lapse video for it, and I did a YouTube video for it as well. But my Pinterest is going off, so I'm a little bit excited about that. But Laura S made this. Now this was full of all chockies and sweets. We've devoured them already. And so that says "'Tis the Season," and that's using that brightly gleaming paper too, and some copper things. So that's super cute. Now Julie made this. Oh, Deb, I'm so excited. I've never had anything get a lot of likes or shares or anything. And anything on Pinterest, I've only ever had one thing pinned before. So for this thing to be pinned like 20 times, oh, it's amazing. I love it. So this is like a little magazine holder, and Julie's used those little snowflakes too to decorate, and that frosty paper. And she made 4 little note cards. So they're super cute, and I don't have this frost paper yet. And she's used that, what is it? The shimmer crystal effects on there to look like snow. That's super cute. I love that. Oh, that's really cute. So they can go back in there. Oh, thanks, Roz. A little bit excited. Now Laura D made some shrinkies. Who doesn't love shrinkies? So the Santa ice glitter. Oh, she didn't put the ice glitter. She used the glitter crystal effects, the shimmery crystal effects on there, Mum. So the holly and then the ornament. And she's made them into shrinkies. I love them. So they came in a nice little envelope that she's decorated. Put them back in there. Oh, look, that 3x3 envelope fits in that bag that Laura S made. That's cute. Now Marnie made these tags. I love this. I think she's used the Delicata inks, the silver ink, on the Night of Navy. I don't have those Delicata inks yet, but oh, I really like that with that hemmed embossing folder. So that's super cute. And the stars. That's a lot of die cutting because look, they're all those stars and that. And these are the delicate ones, so they take a long time to punch out all those bits in there. So they were cute. Carrie Ann made this little snowman. He's a bit cute with his hat. And I think he's got crystal effects on him and then the ice glitter on that. Yes, I'm planning on putting an order in next week. I ordered the trimmer blades today because ours went on sale today, but I didn't want to add anything else to the order because I didn't want to miss out on the trimmer blades. So I've put everybody's orders in for the trimmer blades. But I think I'll put another order in next week to get some inks, get those inks. And she's used the embossing folder. I think it's like the cable knit. I can't remember what it's called. But that's like it looks a bit like a knitted jumper. And this twisted wool ribbon, which is in the new catalogue. That's super cute. Then this one is from Kim. So this is my upline that made this and punched out the little ornaments and then just stamped them. And she's also decorated the inside as well. I love a decorated inside. And I really like the colours here. It looks like crumb cake and I'm thinking cherry cobbler. maybe real red. I think cherry cobbler. Then this one. I think this paper is just, pardon me, stunning. This is from Vickie, and Beckie's copper heat embossed with copper, the ornament there, and heat embossed the sentiment as well. And then this is just DSP there. That's super cute. And then Carolyn made this, and she's decorated the envelope. Look at that, and a little star there. So that's cute. A little note card size. And then Kelly Olds made me a Christmas decoration, and I've destroyed it because it had chocolate in it. It had a Cadbury Breakaway hazelnut biscuit, and I've never had one of these, and I liked it that much that I had to keep the packaging so I know what to buy. The chocolate was put together in there, and this was wrapped around it, and then that was behind it, and it kind of all stuck together like that so it would hang up. But I've destroyed it. But I love it. I think I want to recreate it. This set did not appeal to me at all in the catalogue, but this decoration has made me want this set. So I've been thinking about it, how I can recreate it with something else, because if I buy this set just for this, I'm not sure I'm going to get the use out of it. So I'd like to come up with some other ideas or try and use something else to recreate this, because I loved this idea. So that was cool. And then this is Deb's card for the swap. And so she's very good at the blending. So she's done the blending here. So I got the pink one because she did this in pink and like in the Blushing Bride and Pool Party. And they both looked fabulous, but I chose the pink one. And then I love the birch stamp in the background. And now I think I want the snowman as well, because I haven't bought the snowman yet. But I love it, and it's just all covered with Winker Stella because it's just shiny as, and I'm not sure that's probably showing up in the camera, but it's super, super shiny. So that was my swaps. So that was nice, getting some swaps and my what we created at Team Create Day, which was good. Now, everyone, you need the snowman. Yes, I haven't bought the snowman because in the past the snowman, hi Chrissy, hasn't really sold well for me, like snow being at Christmas time or anything like that, because we're sweltering over Christmas. That snow doesn't usually sell very well. But this year they're just super cute that I think I need them. And the fact that it's a punch, it just punches out so easy. So we did the random draw for the comments last week, and so Megan's won the random draw. So if Megan is on again tonight, can she PM me her address so I can pop this in the post for her, please? Now, Roz, your card is in the post from last week. I did post it, but I didn't post it till yesterday. So, and Australia Post is like the world's slowest postage service. So you probably won't get it for 3 weeks, but it is in the post. And then for the creative challenge that I have, which is the sketch challenge, and that'll end tomorrow, for doing a card with the sketch. So there was only one entry for that, so that is Sue. So Sue's won a pack of bright enamel shapes. So I'll bring them to the class, Sue. So I'll pop them in the box for the class. So, and I think that's all that we've got for tonight. So now we can get into crafting. I told you I had lots to share with you tonight. Oh, the sign-up deal, if anybody is interested, is still on until the 31st. So what's today? Today's the 30th, I think. So you've got 1 day if you still want to sign up. It is $169 and you get $280 worth of free stuff. So you get $111 worth of free product and of your choice, and then any future orders you get 20% off. So these are the cards we're making tonight. So we're using the Bloom and Grow set. Now when I first saw the catalogue, I had to have this set, and I haven't yet really used it until now. As soon as I got it, I stamped a whole heap of these images and heat embossed them, and then they've just sat in my folder in my box to use, and I haven't used them. So I thought tonight's a night that I've got to use them. And I've also designed my first online class. I'm a little bit excited, and it's using this stamp set. So my online class will go live the 1st of September on my blog. So the details will be in my newsletter, but it'll also be on my blog to go live. And so it's this stamp set, and with the online class you'll get this stamp set. Then you'll get a video with the tutorial on how to create the create the cards and all the supplies that you need. And I've really tried to limit it that you don't really need too many supplies. So I've just tried to do that so it doesn't get too difficult. Saw a card on Pinterest today. Yes, Tatiana. I think it's Tanya Tobin or something, but she's Creative Tatiana, or Tatiana Creative. She made a stunning card today using this, or it went up on her blog today, this a flower image, and turned it into a unicorn crown. Loved it. I've got a little girl's birthday tomorrow. How much for my online class? So my online class is $45 because you get the stamp set. Now, so the class is pretty much free because the stamp set is $45, and then postage will be $8.95, and that will have the stamp set go to you, the kit of cards, and the kit of cards is you'll get 6 cards, so you'll get 3 designs and you'll get 2 each of the cards to make, and that will all go out to you. And then there's a list of a couple of additional items that you need. So you will need some blender pens for this class, and you will need some Wink of Stella, and the ink pads you'll need are Merry Merlot and Garden Green. But other than that, I've left it really, really simple. So hopefully that'll go live on my blog on the 1st. And then if you don't follow my blog and sign up to my newsletter, I'll have some details in my newsletter about it as well. But I'm a little bit excited about my first online class. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I haven't had a chance to do it. So why I really wanted... Thanks, Deb. I thought so too. Why I really wanted this stamp set when I first saw it, and I've got dirty fingerprints because that's what happens when I colour, is the dies cut out this little tag thing here, and the flowers all fit in behind, and it's just stunning. So there is matching dies, and you could add these to the class kit if you'd like. And the dies are, so these are the 2, I've moved them to magnetic sheets. So these are the 2 funky dies that go here on a piece. So I'll show you how they go together tonight, because we'll use them tonight. And then this die is this image, because you get so many stamps in this too. Look, 2 bits of stamps. So that and that cut out the other 2 flower images, and then you've got little leaves and flowers and stuff, and so many sentiments. And so these are smaller than what they really are. Usually the pictures on the front are the same size as the pictures on the stamp set, but there's too much going on here. So you'll see that Let's Celebrate You, it's huge. So I love a nice big sentiment taking up a lot of room on the card. So I thought I'd show you how to recreate these cards. Now tonight I think I'm using different colours. I can't really remember. But this one is in gold, heat embossed in gold, just on vellum. And this one's heat embossed in silver, on vellum again. So you can see the difference between gold and silver. And that's the only change in that card, besides my smeary fingerprints everywhere. So we'll put that away before I smear any more of it. Put them up there. And what have I got in here? Ta-da! And we're colouring with markers, with the Stampin' Write markers, if I can get that out, instead of the blends, just for something different. Okay, so we've just got Whisper White, thick Whisper White cardstock as our card bases. And then the colours that I've chosen are because I had scraps lying around of these colours. So that's why I've chosen those colours, because I want to make sure that I use them up. So I've got those ink pads ready to go over here. And then I've got these already cut out, so I've heat embossed them in white on vellum, so there's a set there. Heat embossed in copper on vellum, and then I've heat embossed in white on, I think this is white, no, this might be shimmery white cardstock. Nah, that's just white cardstock. So we'll see the different effects that will have on that. So what we need to do first, I've got 4 of those, I only need 3, is we need to get our sentiment. So you can use any sentiment in here. Forever Starts Today I kind of think is a bit of a wedding one, so I'm not going to use it because I do have 10,000 wedding cards and I really don't have that many people getting married. So I'm not going to use that. And the Let's Celebrate You, I love it. But when you're doing a card this way, because I've chosen this image, which is too big to fit on a card this way, I think. I think it's going to get a bit squashed, but we can try one on this way. You need to make sure you've got enough room, because you don't really have enough room to use that and stick it up the top and down the bottom, because the sentiments are so big. So we might try one up one way and one up the other way. So I'll do Let's Celebrate You, that we can use the smaller block for. And we'll do it this way. And we'll do that one in, what have I got? Bermuda Bay, I think. Bermuda Bay. So we'll stamp all these first. Oh, good thing there's 2 sides to a piece of paper. Don't push too hard. Let's just clear some ink off that. Maybe that's why I've got an extra piece of white, because it knows I'm going to stuff it up. Tap, tap, tap lightly. That one's better. See, no one would even know. So we'll just let that dry over to that side. We'll do the other one with You Are Wonderful. Where did I stick that? You have a juicy ink pad. I do have a juicy ink pad. I did, in my last Stampin' Rewards, I had a couple of dollars left over that I decided to replace the last of my Brights with the brand new ink pads, because I have still got heaps of old ink pads, but I didn't really want anything else and didn't want the things to go to waste. So this Bermuda Bay and the Daffodil Delight are the two ink pads I got to replace with the new. So they are a little bit juicy compared to my other ink pads. So you want to stamp in the middle because we are going to use those dies. You are wonderful. And then we'll do another one in yellow because I've got the yellow one here too. Just close up that green before it goes everywhere. Can't lose my chocolate wrapper. I need to know what I need to buy when I go shopping. All right. So we'll just let them dry a little bit because now we need to bring in the, oh, Big Shot. Close that. Just make some room for the Big Shot. Because I think that's pretty much all the stamping done because I've already stamped the flowers and heat emboss them to save a little bit of time. So let's bring in the Big Shot. Okay, so what you want to do with these dies, they're designed to not cut all the way through. So they'll cut here for the scallopy bit, but that's all they'll cut. So what we want, we'll do the first one that we stamped to make sure it's dry. Hi Beth, how are you? Okay, so when we line this up, and if you had a magnetic plate it might stay a bit better. I do, but I just can't be bothered getting it out. So you want to make sure that these are as straight as possible because this is going to be your card. So I'm going to have to stand up while I do this to line it up. And then put this on and roll through. Now it might shake the camera a bit, sorry, but I can't avoid that too much. And then it just cuts, and because this is an insert piece, there is not much of a border there. So you have to be careful. So it is better if you do it the other way, but we'll show you the other way as well. So on this piece, now you can have it as wide as you want, but keep in mind that you want enough room for those flowers to tuck in. So you wouldn't want to have it up here because then you've got too much space. And you want to try and line them up. Now I'm just eyeballing that, but if you have a little bit more OCD than I do, you could get a tape measure out or washi tape. I use the post-it note flags when I think the dag, they don't tear your cast. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Or some washi will help as well. Okay. So that's that one done. And it just, look at that. I love it. And then we'll do it with the yellow one as well while we've got the Big Shot here. So, washi sometimes tests it. Yeah, if you're using a brand new piece of washi, it will roz. Sometimes you need to make sure you put it on your shirt a couple of times. This was the whole reason I had to buy this stamp set, was for these dies right here. This was showing it on stage and I just loved it. Because usually flowers and I'm not one for all the flower dies and stamps, because to me there's only so many flower stamps you can have. So when they come out all the time, I'm not one to go, oh, I've got to have that one, I've got to have that one. But these ones I had to have that because that die. So I'm just going to push this away so I can sit back down. And we'll bring those cards back in. Now this one we've got to be a bit careful with because it is very close to the edge. If you weren't layering it on colour, you'd have a bit more of a background there, but I'm layering it on this before I layer it on my card base too. So you'd have that much, another 1/8 of an inch on each side if you weren't going to layer it with another colour. So we might stick that down before I lose that and tear it. And get my take your pick tool. And stick that down. And I think I'm going to stick the other ones down because I don't want what happened to my other cards and I end up with dirty fingerprints everywhere. Because that seems to happen every time I colour. So let's stick this stuff down. So hopefully, because I don't have any dirty fingerprints right now, and then we won't have that issue ruining the end result of my card. Does everyone else get dirty fingerprints when they colour? Because I'm atrocious. Okay. Sometimes. Maybe I'm just the world's messiest crafter. Maybe that's what the issue is. Oh, now I've got this mark on there. I can't help it. Okay, tuck that in and stick that on. Oh. No, never. Well, maybe yes. I'm the same when I do the ink blending too, Deb. It's horrendous. It's a very messy exercise. Crafting is certainly not a clean thing for me, but that's alright. So these are thick Whisper White card bases, so I'm just going to stick all these down so that we don't, hopefully, get dirty fingerprints everywhere. I'm more like that with glue. That's why I don't use Tombow either, because seriously it gets everywhere. I much prefer tape because at least my fingers don't get sticky. If I use Tombow, which I had to use to make that ornament, oh my god, Tombow got everywhere, all over my scissors, my craft desk, my hands. I got a blister on my finger from the hot glue gun. Seriously, it was a mission, but I got there in the end. So we'll just get rid of those tape rubbish bits. Now, I got some colours. So I've got the Bermuda Bay and the Daffodil Delight, but I've also got, because I think we needed, because these images have got leaves on them, so I didn't know whether I wanted Bermuda Bay leaves or not. I was thinking of just having Bermuda Bay flowers and having normal leaves. And then I've got some pink and purple to bring some other colour in there. You're a hot mess. I am a hot mess, Ross. I am terrible. So we'll colour up some. Now, I think just get the right partners with the right people. So I think I'm going to do the paper in the yellow flower. So we'll do that first. Now with the heat embossing, it kind of gives you the outline that you can, and because it's raised, it's a bit easier to colour. But if you do go outside, you just grab a tissue and it wipes it off. Which is what I was doing when I ended up with purple fingerprints from the previous card. I was just wiping it off with a tissue and stuck my finger in the dirty side of the tissue. So this is a little bit difficult for me to see, so I can imagine it's difficult for you guys to see as well. But I think since the blends have come out, people have kind of forgotten about these Stampin' Write markers. And these are just as good. They don't blend well, but I'm not very good at blending either. So if you're just using them for colour, which is what I'm doing, I think they're fine. Even on the vellum. So they look really good on the cardstock here. But on the vellum as well, they looked good. So then we'll get some greeny apple green for the leaves. Just trying to differentiate what's the leaves and what's not. Oh, I missed some flower bits up here. And there's another leaf. Alright, and I think we might add some pink to the berries. Hi Marie! So, just adding a bit of colour. Oh, is that another leaf there? Oh. Okay, that's that one. I'm going to add some colour to this one. I think that's it. Some leaves. I think that's leaf. There. And then the yellow. So does everyone have a very busy weekend with Father's Day? We've got a massive weekend because we've got 2 poppies and we have 1 daddy to do Father's Day with, and we've got a 4-year-old's little girl birthday party tomorrow. So usually it's hard enough trying to fit in the 3 Father's Days in one weekend, and now we've got a 4-year-old's birthday as well. And then Hunter came home from daycare yesterday with another invite for a birthday party in like 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, there's like one every second weekend. And hence why I made those 60 birthday cards, because I'll probably use them all before the end of the year. Father's Day is in June. Happy birthday, little my grandson for last Saturday. Hunter's birthday's in July. He's 1st of July, but this is his little girlfriend. Last year, when they were in the class together, I asked him who his girlfriend was, and he said Indy. So he's very excited about Indy's party. I just need to go get a tissue because I don't want a wet wipe. So I'll just grab a tissue and just make sure on the first one first, wipe any colour off that's sitting on the embossing that I've done. Going to the Gold Coast, catch up with friends from Adelaide. Oh, well, it's supposed to be good weather, isn't it, Deb? It was a cracking day today until this afternoon. It started to get a bit cold. I got in the car earlier today and it was 30 degrees. I'm like, yeah, summer's already here. We've missed spring. I think I've missed a leaf there. Talk about spring, I've missed a leaf. I think so, yeah. Alright, so with the yellow flowers, we're going to stick that on the yellow card. And you just need your little, take your pick tool or a pokey tool or something, because I've already stuck this down. You just need to get something in there and lift it up. So I just stick that in there while I'm doing my thing. And I found just glue dots to be nice and easy and simple, because Tombo and I get into a right roll mess, and I just think this is just easier. So I've just stuck 2 glue dots in there, and you kind of just poke them in and until it looks nice, and pop it down, and then turn that around and see whether we can just lift that up while we're doing the same thing. And do another one. 1 glue dot, 2 glue dots. So it's nice and simple, like, oh, it makes it look very fancy and very complicated, but it's certainly not. Oh, I've lifted that up too much. I'm making this look difficult because my glue dot's stuck a bit. There we go. Pop that in. Ta-da! I think I'm going to have to buy this. I know, Deb, it's stunning. I wasn't a fan of it because flowers don't really do my thing. But when they showed this little pocket die thing on stage, that was it. I was sold. Purely for this little die thing. And I've been working with the colouring. So that's the first card done. So we'll do the vellum on the white. And this one will have Bermuda Bay flowers. And the vellum works fine just with the water-based mark, because these are the water-based markers, not the alcohol markers. And they work just as fine. Actually, I think you get a darker, more solid image with the water-based markers than you do with the blends, because with the alcohol, they want to blend all the time, and if you keep rubbing them over, you're rubbing the colour off. Whereas with the water, it stays there. Ordered this. Yes, Glenda, I love it. And did you all see Tatiana's unicorn card with it? When that posted on her blog today, I was just like, oh my God, I had already this was already planned. I planned this last week. It was just coincidence that she'd used that. That card went live today. But if I hadn't have already bought this set, I would buy it for that, because that unicorn card is stunning. Oh. Oh, I think I just coloured in the leaf there. I don't think anyone's going to notice too much. I'm not a follower person either, but I love this. Yes. It is stunning. At On Stage, they did do a bit of a sample of a unicorn card. That didn't sell me on this set, but what Tatiana did on hers today, I'm like, oh my God. It looked great. All Hunter wanted for his birthday this year was a unicorn cake. And that card would have just looked so good with the unicorn cake that we got. I didn't make it, I just bought it from Coles, because that's the mum I am. But if the unicorn card that Tatiana made would have went so perfectly with the unicorn cake from Coles. Love it. But that unicorn card that I made a couple of weeks ago with the sprinkles, pigment sprinkles, when I ended up in the mess everywhere, that's what Hunter has chosen to give to Indy tomorrow. So Indy's going to enjoy that. Hunter goes, I just love this card so much, Mum. It's so colourful. So hopefully Indy likes it as well. Have you tried colouring on the verse side of the vellum? No, somebody mentioned that last time I was doing this, Deb. And no, not yet. For somebody who doesn't like colouring, I seem to have been doing colouring the last couple of times in some videos. I think my blog post tomorrow is colouring is supposed to be therapeutic, is what I've called it. Because to me, this is not therapeutic. Lots of people tell me colouring is supposed to be therapeutic. This is quite stressful for me. Trying to make sure I colour in the lines, trying to make sure I colour the right bits, making sure I don't get bits on my fingers everywhere. It's very stressful. And I think we might go with the pink again. I think a lot of our stamps lend themselves to colouring. Yes, and because that new one in the Christmas catalogue with the really funky font, I love it, but I haven't bought it yet. because the image looks like too much to colour. And I really like the gingerbread house thing too, but again, I've not bought it because that's a lot of colouring and that looks like a lot of work. I'm still trying to sell some of my retired stuff, and along with some of my other craft items that I don't use anymore. And there was a phase there I bought so many whimsy stamps because I love the images, and I'm like, yes, I can colour and I can do this. Yeah, half of them haven't even been used because once I get them, then I can't do the colouring. So I'm just going to grab my tissue again. Now I'm going to be a bit careful with this and not rub like I did on the paper, only because when I'm colouring, some of this heat embossing is flicking off, and I think it might just because my heat embossing, white heat embossing powder is so old that it's just not sticking as well to the vellum as it should. So we'll use this one on these ones. Get my little crafty tool. Stick it in there. And again, just glue dots, even with the vellum. It's heaps easy. Just trying to find where my glue dot is. And it doesn't matter that you're going to see the glue dots because the bits where you stick the glue dots go underneath anyway. So you won't see. So they're going to be like floating. Now these ones I'm sticking in a little bit further only to make sure that I don't lose too much of the image because I have done the card the other way. So they're just going to be poking out there, and I might have to cut that leaf off a bit. Only because we've done it this way. Just for something different. Now, you could do it this way and actually use one of the other flowery images because they're a little bit smaller. But I had only pre-stamped these ones. So stick that down. Fold that card, and that one's done. And see, I've still ended up with smudgy fingerprints there. So that's our second card done. And we'll do the last one. We've got the copper, and we'll do Bermuda Bay flowers, yellow bits and green things. So yellow little bulby things. Colouring them in. When I was little, I couldn't even say the word colouring. I used to say colouring all the time. Now I've got it down pat. It used to be colouring inning. Right, the yellow's done. Get the right end of our markers. Nearly done. So Roz, is it Friday morning there? Because you said before it was 6 a.m. and you're ready to go. Is that 6 a.m. Friday morning? Alright, I think I've got all the leaves. And we'll just colour in the flowers. And this is quite quick to do. Doesn't take all that long, and it's not, with the heat embossing, it's really not hard to stay in the lines because it's raised. Oh, I think I missed a leaf there. Alright, nearly done. Then we will just grab our tissue and just blot again over. And we'll bring in that last card and get our little pokey tool under there. And glue dots. Put that one in there. And that one in there. Poke that down. Oh, I like that with the copper. And fold that over. Oh, I think that could be my favourite. So there are our 3 cards tonight. We've got the Daffodil Delight one. We've got the Bermuda Bay one this way, and it's got the white embossing. Or then the Bermuda Bay with the copper embossing. I like that. And then these were the cards that I had done for my samples. In the purple was the gold embossing, and the yellow, the silver embossing in the, what's this, gorgeous grape. So they're our cards. Lovely. Thanks, Chrissy. Alright, and then you can just finish them off with a little bit of stamping on the inside. Doesn't need a lot though. And that's using the Bloom and Grow, and I did use the dies as well, which, what are these called? The Budding Bloom dies, but if you buy them as a bundle you save 10% for them. And I do have a my first online card class that I'm doing using this stamp set. So it's all about the Bloom and Grow. It doesn't use the dies, so you don't need the dies. But if you're going to buy the stamp set, you could buy the dies to save 10%, because after you've seen what I've done tonight, you want the dies just to do this little pocket thing here. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's what sold me on them. So thanks, ladies. It was very nice. I'm very pleased with the results. Just packing those up. And I've still got some gold ones that I've done on white paper, which I might use and make something else with. But I don't have any more cardstock or anything cut, so I'll do that on another day. But they're ready to go. So thank you for joining me tonight, and just a reminder that if you do want that joining up special, it does finish tomorrow, because it does finish at the end of the month. But other than that, happy stamping, and I'll see you next week. Bye.